1 month after Mike, Todd, and Alec tore into their $500,000 beach house, the entire dream is in jeopardy.
Something like this shouldn't have happened.
This is going to be LS 4422.
We have a surveyor locating the north boundary line of our house.
If the new addition is not at least 4 feet from the property line, they can't get a permit for their new foundation.
It was an emergency. The inspector had told them that they couldn't proceed until they had a surveyor come out and tell them where their foundation was in relation to the property line. So we got here as quick as we could.
It's a blow to the budget.
Money-wise, it's about $640 or so for the survey.
And for the second time this week, Mike is missing work because of the dream house.
Alec is asleep right now. Went to a concert last night. Todd's at work. Yes, I'm alone a lot. Maybe I'm not delegating it to them as much as would make it fair.
And the worst is yet to come.
What do you guys have to maintain to stay out of it?
4 feet.
Yeah, it's showing you guys are at 290 off the PL.
2.9 feet?
Yeah.
Well, they're saying we're 2.9 feet off the property line. It's supposed to be 4 foot. That's not good.
The new foundation is more than a foot too close to the property line.
That's pretty bad news.
And the other part of it is, you have an existing structure that's sat here for 60-some years. You kind of assume that when they built it, someone inspected it and gave it the okay.
And that means no concrete pour.
Oh, I'm bummed, for sure.
Until they convince the city to make an exception.
Never applied for a variance. I have no idea how easy it is to get a variance in the city of San Diego.
My understanding of a variance is that's a long process.
Or they redig their new foundation farther away from the property line.
Which, in my opinion, is not really an option as well. Because I already dug the footers and I really don't want to dig them again.
The other thing is, the way the floor plan is on the inside of the house, moving it over a foot really encroaches on the kitchen. Kind of changes the whole way the layout is, the hallway, the kitchen. So that really isn't a real feasible alternative.
I got to find a fix and so that we can move forward, because I got open holes in the backyard that I'd like to fill with concrete.
Either way, Mike's dad is heading home.
Okay, Mike. On the road we go.
Without seeing through the critical concrete pour.
I'm disappointed for Michael. He's been pretty jazzed about this whole project, and everything seemed to be going pretty smooth. He did what he had to do. For not being a general contractor and knowing step 1 to step 10, I thought he had done a pretty good job about getting this whole thing lined out.
Having him on the job site was huge. It kind of calmed me down with, things always seem to go a little smoother when he's around.
Keep your chin up, dude.
All right.
See you later, man.
3 days later, they're out of options.
The people at the city telling me that a variance could take a long time, up to 6 months. I don't have that kind of time. It'd be much quicker just to move it over.
They have no choice but to redig the foundation.
So basically we decided that rather than hold this project up any longer, we're just going to redig the foundations.
It's a huge setback.
Us not getting that inspection costs $1,000 so far. It cost $600 for the surveyor. Got another plane ticket for Jay. That's a lot of money to us.
We could have caught it. The architect could have caught it. The city should have caught it.
They missed it, but everybody missed it.
I'll take the blame for it. If it just keeps the project moving. It's a checklist item in our thing, but I'm looking at a checklist after they get a set of permitted plans. Well, that means I'm going on what the city says.
Probably means another month in the trailer. At the end of this month, it'll be 10 months that I've been in there. It's like I have no home, and it's getting kind of old.
But the biggest blow is yet to come.
This is where it was going to go.
That's where it's going to go now?
Yeah, that's the 14 inches over pretty much.
Okay.
Moving the addition could mean remodeling the entire kitchen.
We're pretty much going to destroy our kitchen by having to shift this over more.
We'll just have to figure it out. Maybe redesign it. You could knock out a wall.
But the $65,000 budget is already stretched to the max.
And considering we're doing the work, brings more time.
And there's no money for a new kitchen.
It shouldn't affect the budget that much. In fact, the guys are doing a very impressive job up to this point. They've saved, $5,000 to $6,000 off of what I ballpark. So they've got wiggle room.
That's probably a blessing in disguise. We'll probably do something even better with the kitchen, and we'll just roll with the punches as we always do.
But the dream is starting to take a serious toll on their friendship.
There's a lot of tension right now.
We should just try it without permits.
No, not this. Are you kidding me? A little wall, boom, boom. Yes, maybe. A 500 square foot addition. Everyone's got an opinion on something. Kind of gets annoying sometimes, I mean, hearing opinions from people who don't know what they're talking about.
In his mind, he thinks we don't really care about what's going on, when in actuality, it's like we're just completely in the dark.
I'm not a preschool teacher here. I'm not going to sit there and write it on the chalkboard, for you and make sure that you memorize it.
This is crazy.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
It's a chance.
He doesn't like my crazy.
It's a chance to think about it.
I do like your crazy ideas, Todd, but I've heard so many, and today's not the day.
It's a mixture of us not doing it and him pushing us away from the work and not wanting to explain. But it's bottled up, and it's like blatantly obvious that he is, just over it. All right, you take the design we have, the square we have, and just twist it like this against this house.
Against the span of the house? No, not with the money. You guys are budget driven, so keep it as is.
I've never seen him like this before, to be honest with you. Being truthful, I've never seen him this mad.
Here's the bottom line, you guys. Don't get bummed out about it. You just got to deal with it. It is what it is.
It's been a tough few days.
So what are you going to do? You going to stop the project? No, you're too far into it.
I ain't getting permits anymore. Ever again. I'm going to build whatever I want for the rest of my life. I'm not getting permits. Okay.
But tempers flare.
There's a lot of tension right now. I'm hoping that Anderson doesn't punch me in the face.
And their friendship is on the line.
I'd rather pay for this whole thing by myself than to lose Anderson as a friend.